This is Fred Gooding. Mr. Gooding was the trusted employee of a financial institution, and he betrayed that trust. He is now an embarrassment to himself and his family. This is Lucinda Morrison, known to her family and many friends as Lucy. Lucy was a trusted supervisor at a financial institution, and she let her employer and her colleagues down. She now has a criminal record. Noah Pickett has a wife and 2 children. What he has done for a mere $2,000 will change all of their lives forever. To embezzle means to steal or misappropriate money that belongs to your employer. It is a violation of trust. It has been said that 10% of employees would never steal anything from anyone, regardless of the situation. And another 10% look for opportunities to steal from their employer all the time. The remaining 80% are basically hardworking, honest employees. But if they are given the opportunity and believe they can get away with it, they will be tempted to steal too. This is called the 10-80-10 theory. It's just a theory, but where do you fit in? I would hope that you would not only pass up any opportunity to steal, but also point out these opportunities in an effort to eliminate them. Fred Gooding had a lot going for him. The head of the loan department at a sizable institution, he was a well-established vice president. Gooding had a friend who owned a successful car dealership. Although both men prospered in their respective careers, they both wanted more. Together they cooked up a scheme that included processing loan applications that customers had completed for cars they eventually did not buy. These applications should have been destroyed, but the auto dealer kept them. The addresses of the loan applicants were then changed to post office boxes. Payments for the fictitious loans were made with funds gathered from the next round of fictitious loans. A cycle that continued and continued until...
So this woman calls us up on the phone, and she has no idea why she's being asked about a loan payment being late. Sure, she had filled out an application for an auto loan, but she decided to lease. A simple mistake, we thought, until someone else calls us up with the same story. So who approved these loans? Fred Gooding, head of the loan department. Well, we investigate all the loans Gooding approved, and we found all these post office box numbers, except he forgot to change the address on 2 of them.
The loan officer and the auto dealer had conspired to process approximately 50 fictitious car loans over a period of a year. They were found guilty of embezzling over $250,000.
His family was destroyed. They had no clue where all the money was coming from. The new speedboat, the expensive vacations, the new swimming pool.
These luxuries were red flags that might have alerted authorities, as Gooding had been spending well beyond his means. Detecting embezzlement is not always easy. It helps if employees are aware of the typical red flags that may indicate internal fraud. If employees communicate their suspicions to designated officials, fraud could be more easily discovered, limiting the potential financial loss. When Lucy Morrison collapsed on the job and was taken to the hospital, the other employees were concerned.
Oh, we were worried. Lucy was never sick and hadn't even taken a vacation in over a year. We all looked up to her, and not just because she was the head teller. She was full of fun. She loved going to the casino, she took us to lunch, she brought presents for our kids. So when they asked Bobby and me to verify the contents in the vault, we did not expect to find anything wrong.
What they found was a discrepancy between the amount of cash listed on the books and the amount actually stored in the vault. $68,000 was missing.
About 3 hours passed by and our receptionist got a call from the hospital. was Lucy's mother saying they were waiting for some test results. Lucy probably just forgot to take her medicine. She felt better and expected to be in the next morning. And knowing Lucy was the custodian of the cash in the vault, I called the hospital back to see if she could provide any input that might resolve the $68,000 shortage.
I am so glad you called. I remember now, there was an armored car pickup this morning for that same amount, and I don't think I had the guard sign the receipt book. I will definitely get that signature when he comes back tomorrow.
Well, that convinced me that the vault was in proof, and I told the other tellers not to worry about it.
And this really bothered me, because I don't recall an armored car pickup. I hesitated to say anything to Mr. Hendricks, but from where I sit, there was no way there was a pickup without me seeing it.
When Peggy came to me, I had her wait while I called the security truck service. I told them I just wanted to verify a $68,000 transfer. Turned out Peggy was right. There was no pickup at all that day.
Confronted with the evidence, Lucy Morrison admitted that she had embezzled the $68,000 over a period of 6 months. The money, of course, must be paid back, but the job loss is immediate and final. The humiliation of conviction and sentencing is painful, and the criminal record will haunt her for a lifetime. Here is a situation many of you have experienced. The head teller was going on vacation, so she was transferring the contents of the safe to another employee. The branch manager, Noah Pickett, supervised the transfer.
Okay, we've covered the traveler's checks and all the cash. I believe that does it. You want to go ahead and sign this?
Sure.
And you'll need my signature too. Tina, why don't you go ahead and make sure Ingrid has everything she needs while you're out of town. I'll lock it up.
Okay, Noah, thanks.
Nothing happened over the weekend, but the following Monday, Ingrid discovered that the safe was short $2,000. When she questioned Noah about the missing package of cash, he suggested that she must be mistaken. The branch manager and his staff then searched the branch for over 2 hours, looking in vain for the money. Even though he was supposed to take the next day off, he came to work saying he was concerned about the missing money. After searching for just a few minutes, the manager found a pack of $2,000 in 20s by the safe.
Of course I was relieved when Noah found the money, and it being his day off, he became quite a hero for coming in. And then Judy Samuels told me she was absolutely sure she had searched around the safe the day before. She'd even used a flashlight. So I told her to tell security, and she did.
Security interviewed the branch manager, and after 3 hours, Noah Pickett admitted that he had taken the cash from the safe at the time of the transfer. When it was discovered that a pack of money was missing, Noah became frightened, and he returned after hours to place the package where he would pretend to find it later, making it look like an honest mistake. It had dawned on Noah that when the head teller returned from vacation, she would remember leaving him alone with the safe, and he would eventually become a prime suspect. The real hero was the employee who came forward and talked to security. That was the right thing to do, and it probably prevented the dishonest manager from committing further, more costly criminal activities. Internal fraud does terrible damage. Damage to the institution, to the trust that the public has in it, and most of all, to the criminals themselves.